Hello Virgo, so let's go ahead and get started. I have prayed over the cards and shuffled. We're going to be pulling from Doreen Virtue's Archangel Power Tarot deck, also her Archangel Michael deck, and her Romance Angels, and we're also going to be pulling from the Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. The top row is going to be just in general, whatever the angels want to share with you, and the bottom row is going to be related to love. Perfect. Looks like we've got those lined up fairly well. Okay. So the first card we have is Knight of Michael. And if you can read the bottom of it, it says, time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. So I'm getting for a number of you, something is going to happen. It's going to be very swift, very sudden. It's going to be time for swift action for a number of you because you're going to need to move forward with decisiveness and confidence. You'll need to develop a plan in order to move forward. And there's going to be a lot going on at one time. So this card, they're encouraging you to listen to logic over emotion, because it is something that is going to, it's going to be emotionally charged. But to get the best results, they're encouraging you to use your logic. And although you'll have to act quickly, because I do get swift changes, things are going to happen very quickly, they are encouraging you to not act impulsively with this situation. So I get for a number of you, it's like work related, like some sudden change that you were not expecting is going to happen. They're not saying necessarily it's a termination. It could be for some of you, but I get a change of departments, a change of hours. For some of you, I get a sense that maybe your company's been sold, but there's going to be some swift change that you weren't anticipating. But they are going to be helping you with that, because you know the next card that we have here is the Seven of Ariel, and that is talking about, you know, the foundation you've already laid, the seeds you've already planted. And if you can read that, it says, you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So they're encouraging you to not worry, because you have laid the foundation, you know, you've planted the seeds. However, some of those plants, they're taking some time to develop. So, you know, now it's not the time to be discouraged by the change and to stop, but to keep moving forward with determination, to not let this change discourage you and get you down, and just, because a lot of times when we have big changes in our life, it really stops us completely in our tracks and immobilizes us and keeps us from moving forward, and keeps us from even being able to logically look at a plan, putting together or devising a plan on how we're going to move forward. It just completely throws us off kilter, so we just sit stuck. And they're saying that is not the time to be stuck, that they're encouraging you to not be put in that position, because this change is actually, it's a change for your better. It's actually, they're pointing out the light in this card. They're saying it's getting you to a better place that you've actually been wanting. Because I get for a number of you, this, although for some of you this isn't a change that you anticipated, but the change, it's going to lead to getting you to a happier place, a brighter place, a place where, you know, your dreams come true, kind of like the Sun card, where the sun's shining on you. So those things that you've been desiring, the freedom, the flexibility, for some of you, even pay increase, more monetary income. So those things you've been thinking about making changes to do, you've been, you know, planting some seeds, but haven't necessarily taken that leap, making that change in order to put the plan in action, put it in motion. This is the divine helping you put that plan into action, because it's going to get you to a brighter place. It's going to get you to the desires, the things that you want. It's a successful, it may not appear that it is at the time that the change comes in, because, you know, a lot of times we like to make plans and we don't like it when our plans are thrown off, even if what happens is so much better and it greatly improves our life, gives us more money, gives us more freedom, flexibility. If it wasn't part of our plan, we're still going to fight it, because we often fight change. But you're going to find that this is best for you, and the best way, they're saying, to get to success is to not fight it, to not allow it to throw you so off kilter that you stay stuck, to continue moving forward, asking for their help. They are going to assist you with this change. And again, with it being so swift, I don't get that you're going to be stuck in this situation very long. And for some of you, I get I get majority it's job related, and for some of you I get it's foundation. No matter what, it's foundation related, but I get for some of you it's like a home change, something swiftly coming up where you're going to be moving to a different location. But again, it's all for your better. It's going to make you happy. You'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. You'll see why this change came about, and you'll be happy that it did. But in the meantime, don't get down, and then also don't beat yourself up. You can read this. It says, forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. And there's a prayer at the bottom that says, I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear toward others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. Because I get what's coming in with the situation. I get that it's tied to your foundation. It's your home. It's where you live. It's your income. It's your means of supporting yourself and your family. And I get when this change comes in, it's swift, that you're going to beat yourself up. You're going to think, okay, did I do something wrong? Is this my fault? Could I have kept this from happening? There's nothing that you could have done at all. It's just time to let this go. And the reason that the divine is bringing this swift change in is because it is better for you. I mean, look at this beautiful garden and all the flowers and everything that's blooming. Look at the light that's going to be coming in because of this change. But they're encouraging you in the meantime, during this swift change, to not let guilt interfere with the happiness that you seek that's going to be coming in for you. Don't blame yourself, because self-blame, it's unproductive, it's unhealthy, it causes blocks. It could get you stuck in a lull of, woe is me, why is this happening, versus seeing that this is ushering in everything that I've ever wanted. This is giving me that stability, but also the freedom, and for a number of you, more money, and for some of you, moving to a location that you've always desired, but you never thought were really possible. So they encourage you to think lovingly about yourself, and don't beat yourself up. Know that this is all just meant to be. And there's nothing that you can do to forgive yourself. Now, the bottom row that we have here, this is the love row. And the first card that we have that has come up is codependency. And the bottom of it says, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So for some of you that are in a relationship, that you've been in a relationship for a long time, and there truly are substance or unhealthy behaviors that you or your partner have started doing, and it's made you pull away. And because you can see she's kind of by herself, almost like recluse, pulled away, disconnected emotionally. So those addictions have just put a complete rift in your relationship. And for those of you in this situation, they're encouraging you to get the help in order to go ahead and release those addictions. I mean, there are so many forms of assistance and support that are available worldwide to, help with any addictions. So, because I get for a number of you that are in this situation, it's just gotten to the point where it's affected your relationship so much because, love is the foundation of the romantic relationship. And when you have addictions, people typically have addictions because they're not wanting to feel emotions, they're not wanting to feel pain. So they have those addictions to numb their heart. But in numbing your heart, you can't feel the love in your relationship and your partnership. So I get a number of you are almost to the point where you're wanting to call it quits. But they're saying that this is salvageable. This romantic love foundation of yours is salvageable. And it's even, if you look at this card, we'll go ahead and get ahead of ourselves because they're actually tied together. It says, consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Because I get for those of you in this situation, you are committed to your partner, they are committed to you. You do love each other, but the addictions have caused a rift and caused a potential possible end in the relationship, the partnership, the marriage. But by refocusing on the foundation, by recommitting to love and loving yourselves to break that addiction, the relationship can be salvaged. Now, for some of you, they're saying that this codependency it's not addictions to any substances or anything. So they're saying for some of you, it's still a situation where, you've isolated yourself. If you look, she's just kind of sitting by herself. She's lonely, she's sad, disconnected from love, disconnected from the relationship, disconnected from her partner. I get a number of you are disconnected from your partner. You have been wanting to end it for a long time because it's not just growing apart. It's just that you and that person, there's been a lot of emotional turbulence, a lot of red flags, a lot of issues that The two of you are very sure that this is not meant to be. They're saying a number of you, it's not even like marriage. It's like you've been in a long-term relationship, but you're just staying stuck because you're out of a fear of being alone. So codependency, it's not just, substances, but, codependency is, okay, I'd rather be in this relationship where I'm not happy, I'm actually miserable, I'm lonely, I'm sad, but I'd rather have someone with me than be alone. So I'm just going to hang out with this person until someone else comes better. But what you do in that instance is you block new love from coming in if you're still holding on to someone that's not meant for you and that's not making you happy. So same thing, they're encouraging you to, those of you in that situation, to know that you're okay to be alone. You don't have to stay with someone just to not be alone. And for some of you, I get that it's like finances. Like you're afraid, if I leave this relationship, okay, how am I going to be able to pay the mortgage? How am I going to be able to pay my rent? So you're staying in that relationship strictly out of financial need. But it's making you unhappy. So they are there to help. Just pray and ask for help. They are going to help you. For those of you that's finances, pray, meditate, go get a reading, do something that's going to give you the reassurance that you're going to be taken care of financially, because you are. They're here to help you. A lot of you have been getting a lot of intuitive guidance, but because that codependency, the fear of being alone, not being able to take care of yourself, it's just kept you stuck in unhappiness. And they've been giving you a lot of intuitive guidance. They're encouraging you to trust that. They are going to help you. Just listen to that intuitive information, and they will help you break free and into some happiness. Now the next card we have is Express Your Love, and at the bottom it says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So for some of you that are, in a marriage where things haven't been, or even a long-term relationship, partnership, where just things have, the spark's gone. You've lost the spark. It's not there. They're encouraging you to do something to bring that spark back. Go buy her flowers, or go buy him some sports tickets so he can go watch his favorite baseball team. Just do something to show your partner that you love them, that you care for them, that you are committed to your love, committed to your partnership, committed to your relationship, because that is what's going to bring the spark back. Because it's difficult for us to look at someone and come from a place of love and want to spend time with them when all we can think about is the last argument we had with them. So the only way you can shift the energy from that negative, angry, disappointed state into something of happiness and joy is to take your own emotions out of it, and as hard as it can be, because you may be thinking, I had an argument with him this morning before I left for work. The last thing I want to do is be nice and go buy him tickets for a ball game. But put the love on him. Put the love on your relationship, your foundation that you have with that person. Commit to the love, the union, the relationship that you have with this person, because I get for a number of you, this is the one for you. You're with the right person. You're just in a lull. We all have ups and downs, but don't focus on the argument. Just focus on coming from a place of love, no matter how hard it is. Because what you'll find is if you go and you buy those baseball tickets and he goes and spends the afternoon with buddies, catching up and drinks beer, he's going to come home and he's going to be very happy and thankful. Going to do something nice for you. It's going to light that spark again, that flame. It's going to bring that love and that joy back. So they're encouraging you to do that. And then for some of you that are single out there, you've got a new potential love interest that you're really interested in, but you're wondering, okay, I don't really know if he or she's into me, not really sure. Go buy her flowers, or ask him to go have some drinks, or, come up with something to show your interest, to show that that they're more than just a coworker or a friend of a friend, just to let them know, because what you'll find is the interest is mutual. You just got to get it going, and they're encouraging you to get it going. Same thing for you guys. And that's also tied to this last card, which is, consider your foundation, because for some of you, you're afraid. Some of you that are single, you're really afraid to show that person that you care for them, because for some of you, you have some emotional wounds lingering from past relationships. Afraid you're going to be hurt again. Afraid, okay, well, what if they're not interested in me? But there are no guarantees with love. But we move forward from a place of faith. I mean, love is an act of faith. So they're asking you to have faith, because if you take just that little step, you're going to be building, you'll be on a solid foundation for a future, and you'll find that you are being encouraged to take that step for very good reasons. So they're encouraging you to do that. And for say some of you, they come in and they say, okay, we're moving you to a different department. and you're like, oh no, I really hope I stay where I'm at. I want to stay where I'm at. I want to stay where I'm at. So you go and you think to put your list together to say, okay, no, I don't want to move to finance. I want to stay in personnel. Would there, what would be beneficial to help you is to not write down what you've always done that you're stuck in, that you may not be able to see clearly is not going to bring you happiness, but to write down the things that you desire. So write down, when you do your manifestation list of, okay, here's the things that I would like to manifest. Here's what I'd like to have brought into my life. Write down, I'd like a job or career position that gives me some flexibility, where I can work an adjusted work schedule. I'd like a position where I can make X amount of dollars. Put in that you want a pay raise. You're worth it. I want a position where I make X thousands of dollars or more. I'd like a position or something that's 10 minutes from my home, or I'd like to work from home. But really think about it as, don't think about the norms, but just think big. Think big. What would make you happy? And don't think in typical norms of, okay, well, I have to do a 9-to-5 job. I'm going to have to stay stuck where I've always been. That's making you unhappy. They're trying to help you break free of that. So help them help you. They're thinking big. So help them think big, because you'll be blown away the way that, God and the angels are going to answer your prayers. So when you put this manifestation list together, think big. Just sit down and think, and not just limiting to career, but everybody, for love, career, finances, whatever it is that you want. On the new moon, sit down and put a list of, okay, to have the most amazing life possible, like living my dreams, here's what I would like. And then when you're done, for me it's God. You guys can replace that with whatever you think the higher power is, but pray, do whatever it is, ask for their help, turn it over to the angels. When I do those things, I always pray to God, and I turn over to God and the angels, and I ask to, please help me manifest these things. And then I just trust and let go and know that they're going to bring those things to my life. And they do. So that would be a good time for you guys to do that. It's filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings. Thank you for all the comments and feedback. I love hearing from any of you. And talk to you soon.